was playing. Okay. Here we go. Good enough. I can't fall asleep so fast anymore. Message of the day. Deeg. Sometimes you're very annoying, Deeg. What's up, Alpha? How are you? There we go. That's a little better. Slowly getting all this done. Debated what to have for dinner. Oh, did you decide? No. Sure, we're already here. Might as well. Not yet. Oh.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howin for the measles.
Measles.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying legnots in Plimpes.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realized that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Well done. You certainly know what you were doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If
Let's
that's
go.
all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg.
So frantic. I would be frantic.
Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here.
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
Sus.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about returning the egg?
I don't want
Her
to keep
nest will
any
likely be in the
eggs.
heart of her den, which she will
No,
be
thanks.
keeping guard over. It might also be more charred than anywhere else, I imagine.
Well then, let's find our dragon and
I
return her
hope
egg.
you figure
Wonderful.
your dinner stuff
If she
out.
sees
What
us
are your
whereabouts, she might
options?
take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot.
Chinese? Oh, are you
Oh, and
ordering
one
or
more
are you
thing.
making
Let's
it?
not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough.
Or food or a shake? Find the nest. Oh, lag. Hmm. Chinese, of course, sounds better. My gosh.
There she is, above us. She did make it home safely.
I like how you're very casual about
As if
this.
she wasn't collared like the other dragons.
I like that you're just... This is normal. We're not gonna die. Burned alive.
Poor thing must be worried sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
Oh my gosh, is that blood? There's human remains. Love that for
For
us.
its worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Let's hope it stays that way. At least until we've done what we came to do.
I don't like
I wonder how many they
killing
brought.
them.
Revelio.
At least 10 usually.
Ew. Where are you, Smithy? You thought you were joining us in Borneo? I know you have your hopes about the fighting ring, but the true galleons are in the Acromantula. Wouldn't believe how much violent I made a few days ago. Not to mention Borneo's not half bad to look at. Anyways, we'll be moving on soon to Egypt, perhaps. Such a relief not to be weighed down anymore. See you soon, Angus.
How charming. They keep in touch with each other.
I don't think Angus is gonna see anyone. Or is this Angus? Was that Angus? I don't know. Aww. Do I like Chinese food? Yeah. Asian food's pretty delicious. Pretty delicious.
Repair.
Fantastic. She's breathtaking.
From a distance.
What are you gonna get if you get Chinese food?
I wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon?
I
Revelio.
don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her.
Oh, that's
Humans
good.
love sheep.
How
That's
lucky
good.
for us.
Beef and black bean sauce and egg fried rice. Oh. I don't think I've heard of black bean sauce.
Watch your step. Revelio.
Oh no. You're meant to do a viewing tomorrow. You haven't received a confirmation? For what?
She must have been starved to pick off a grapple.
Or just raring for a fight. Poor
Poor babies. I would have given him a lovely home. A lovely one. Whether she's going to show up. Oh, for a tenant?
Quiet, what was that?
Uh-oh. What's up, Ranger? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Very laggy. Leone Alpha's food. Oh no, it ain't Ranger. Ha! Oh no. We don't want to hurt her. What am I supposed to do?
Over here!
Over where? Where'd you go? She left me here. Where am I supposed to go? Poppy! Yeah, well, I don't know what else to do. You're more appealing. You got all that meat on you. She likes that. Will this work? You know what? Shut up, Poppy. Oh my gosh.
Whenever you're ready, I'll follow your lead.
What?
I'll draw her attention. Follow when it's safe.
Oh, you found Poppy before I did? I was like, where'd she go? She left me here. Oh my gosh. Goodbye, Poppy. You're on your own now. Oh. Every girl for themselves. I know that.
Good thinking, but she'd still be able to smell you.
Shut your mouth, Poppy.
We've just got to make it to the nest.
Oh, she can make it easy.
Poppy needs to learn how to mind her business. She's not making this any better. Why is my thing not popping up? Come on. Can I use... that won't work either. Ooh, dragons. Let's go. How's work, Ranger?
Not a warm welcome.
Get out of the way, Poppy. Oh my gosh. Where the heck do we go? This way? Oh. Cream fried
I
dragon?
don't suppose you'd listen to reason.
I'd normally try, but we're well past that.
All of these people that I hang out with are trying to get me killed. Oh my gosh!
Get to that opening below you.
Alright, run! Over here. Be quiet, puppy! Run! Oh my gosh!
She's leaving! Quickly! There's the nest. We're almost there. Why is every bridge here broken?
Probably because there's a very angry, crazy dragon here tearing everything up. Work is work. Super not exciting. I bet it's really exciting. Reminds you, do I need to go get some lions and tigers? After that, I need you to make lions
Now,
and train
if we
them.
just return
What?
her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss.
I'm so scared right now. I was just carrying that in my pocket. Oh my gosh. You need a mint. Be dangerous, don't get eaten or attacked. Okay. She's all kinds of scarred up. Pooped my pants. You can tell by my face.
That was brilliant. And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Perfectly unharmed? She tried to kill us.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it. And we returned her egg. Thank you
We're
for doing this with me.
heroes.
Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle.
Ranger!
And never think about dragons
Thank
again.
you for gifting a sub. Well, 11-star cat, I appreciate it. I want to
I
look
was
around.
hoping
She
to
did
look around for a
like.
moment, if you don't mind. Take it all in.
I suppose we could catch our breath. I wonder how long she lived here, or where she'll go now.
This place is on
Rebellion.
fire. This place is on fire. This place is on fire. No, I'm not cooking any gnomes. You're crazy. Probably tastes like candy, but still. No, they're not tasty. I feel like they probably taste like cookies or candy.
Revelio.
I need to stock up on potions again after that. My friends are always trying to get me killed. Did I get every treasure thing out of here? Oh, there's one. Glasses. I'm pretty upset. I learned yesterday that
Revelio.
I guess when they released the game, they said that they're not going to be putting in any like DLCs. Why can't I jump up this? How do I get over there? Which I feel like that's a really bad idea for them. So many people got this game done so fast. Can't I fly? No. When I'm in the west, it's not letting me use my broom. How do I get over there then? But yeah, it seems like a really not great plan for the game. Wonder if I can do... I don't know if this will work. There we go. Is this someone's castle at some point? Always play reform, make remake. Good. Wouldn't I need to play the original ones? Like 1, 2, 3, 4? What are you doing? She's not here. You saw her leave.
Revelio.
I think I might have got it all now. I didn't know if like the story had to be like done together. Four ties into two. Two is horror survival. 4 is more action survival. Oh.
Revelio.
I think just these eggs are left. Why am I ducking now? I don't like that. Okay, we'll just go.
I can't believe any of what just happened.
Not sure
Still
what to
taking it
play.
all in.
No, I think I'm ready to leave if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntow Hall, I half
I
expect
got
to be
Michael
ambushed by
to
poachers
prestige
any
1.
time I'm not in the
I
castle.
only have one more.
We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. So why haven't they come
Everyone
after
else
us?
is at
It's
least
not like them to
P1.
let things lie. Unless
Unless what?
they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl.
Or Gran. P39, let's go. Are you gonna get to 69 and leave it? I've seen a lot of people do that, but I feel like eventually you'd have to
How could I have
put
been
more
so
points
blind?
into them. It's freezing up again. I have some rewards I need to collect. I guess I'll do that. Locate. But yeah, I need to play more. EBD, but I want to play this. Tonight I probably won't play anything. Because Zombie and I will be watching our show and stuff, and my oldest doesn't have school tomorrow either. Won't be long until the next rift. I always think it's really weird how they do it. Like that they take breaks in between. I don't want to do this. I don't like these puzzle ones. I'll do it some other time. Wait, do I have that unicorn in here? Yes. I'm gonna go to my room first. Guess it gives them more time to make cosmetics and gives players a break. Yeah. It's just like in Fortnite, for example, it runs the entire season. The battle pass does. And then when the new season starts, you get another a new battle pass, so there's no breaks in between it. You want what? Haagen-Dazs do a chocolate strawberry that's still out of stock? Okay. We're gonna take you out
I'll look after you.
and put Hazel in. Ice cream? Yeah, I don't eat ice cream. Do I have all my slots are filled right now. I'm lactose intolerant, yes. So I just usually stick with frozen yogurt. I don't know if it's technically, is it technically ice cream if there's no milk in it? Yeah, I know like you can get soy milk. Like we have Ben and Jerry's. And those have, they have some that are like soy milk. They're always so expensive, so I don't really get them that much. I need to figure out if I can get another Phoenix and Graphorn. I also need to redo my stuff. Decorate. And I don't want to switch any of them out. Hello! Hello! Takes over the world, you reduce soy ice cream prices. I appreciate it because it's like $5 for a little container like this. I'm like, look at the little baby Diesel. These babies are so freaking cute. Hello, cutie pie. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna go to the Forbidden Forest now. I could spend the whole time doing this, but I shouldn't. Forbidden Forest. We'll travel this way. It's forbidden. I know, right? It's in the name. I keep going in there. I am a rebel. burp burp. No, I'm busy.
Finally, some talent to this.
That's a tree branch.
This is where Saccharissa said to go. Now, where are those booba tubers?
Booba tubers? Where are the booba tubers?
Protego!
Revelio.
Gah, that was a mistake. Confringo! Cindio! Thought you had me then, Cindio. Let it explain.
Is this a booba tuber?
Oh, that smells awful. Only 4 more, thank goodness.
I'm stuck. Help. Oh. Is this a booba tuber? Oh my gosh.
Just my luck. A troll.
Troll bogeys. Oh my gosh. Did I throw that? That's upsetting. I didn't know I threw it. Blow up already. Gosh.
Revelio.
So icky. I don't like it.
You need to watch for the bird you set out for. Not follow the feathers of any mere pigeon that crosses your path. Ah, but a bird's made of unicorn skin.
That should do it. I'd better get back to Saccharissa now.
Time to go back. Blah 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 blah. Is this wait? Am I supposed to go here? So I need to go there. Travel. Are we gonna be a bad Nomi and order the food? Do it, do it. Order it, order it, order
nice
it.
to see you, my young friend.
I'll put this cat for you. Watch out, cat.
Highwing! Go!
What's up, Care Bear? How are you? Boink. In we go. La 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 la.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
No, you don't. There we go.
Saccharissa, I found the booba tubers you needed.
Splendid. I hope it wasn't too much trouble.
But
May I
how
have
is
them?
everyone? Not too bad.
It actually was a spot of trouble. You never mentioned I might encounter a troll. I think you should pay me more.
I suppose a higher price is less offensive than being forced to regard the hideous, greasy pustules plaguing our pubescent classmates. Thank you, and your payment, of course. Now I can begin perfecting my potion to save our poor pimply peers. Don't know who should be more grateful, I or our unsightly spotty classmates. One day the wizarding world will know my name, and you will have been a small part of it.
Ooh. The booba tubers. Sleepy like always. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Do 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 do. I do not wanna do that one, mama, mama, mama. I don't wanna do that one either, but mama, mama. I needed one more key. Wonder if I can figure out where it is. And how many of this do I have? $11. I need to look those up though. I guess I'll do this. I'm scared though. Actually, before I go, I'm gonna go into Hogsmeade and sell some stuff.
Come in.
Bum, bum, bum,
Sorry if
bum,
there's a
bum,
smell.
bum,
New
bum,
batch of toe dried.
bum, 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 bum. I feel like I should be able to sell other things as well.
I'll not mind seeing you here again. Consider yourself welcome. I simply pretended.
Those that go to Azkaban never had a chance in the first place.
Come on in and have a look around. No touching if you have sticky fingers.
He's kind of bossy. Do I have this? 1 hour and 40 minutes. That sounds like a long time.
You won't be
I don't know if
disappointed.
I have
That's a
this
clever
stuff.
act promise.
I'm gonna buy it. None of that looks familiar. You remember this guy? You've seen him once or twice. Once or twice. Oh, that one's better. The one I have on. You want me to have him say it?
I'd say that looks as if it was made for you. I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion.
Ooh, look at me! I'm a Quidditch player, but we can't play Quidditch! Let's go! I do have the eyes for fashion. All of them. Is one of these for... Oh, I have open slots. House scarf, house emblem, loosened. I was seeing if there was one that was made specifically. Well, there's some down here. So I mean, they don't have everything. I don't know if I'm supposed to wear a scarf when you play Quidditch. I don't know. Okay. Do I have a hat that I'm supposed to wear when you play Quidditch? There's slots down here. Ooh, look at this hat. That's a cool hat. I don't see a Quidditch hat. I don't think they usually wear hats. Maybe the beaters wear a helmet? I do have goggles. Quidditch goggles. They look great. Quidditch gloves. Still have slots in here. I look great. So great.
Stop by whenever you're about. Plenty for your perusal today. Take your time.
We'll just
You won't
buy
be
it all
disappointed.
just to
That's
be
a clever
safe.
promise.
The Nordic name Bjorn? Is that how you say it? I don't think I do. I don't know what it means now. Ooh, that was an
You won't be
upgrade.
disappointed. That's a Gladrax promise. I've heard that our dear Clementine drew you into her butterfly escapades. Unusual girl. Still,
Means
it takes all
bear?
sorts.
Ooh. That's pretty cute. Those are upgrades.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop.
So, I'll put this on. And then just switch the appearance back to that. And same with this. Do you know someone with that name?
Plenty for your perusal today. Take your time.
You have so much for my perusal.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by with it.
I need to switch my stuff back. I have to upgrade now.
Morgan Le Fay got an unearned reputation, if you ask.
Okay. Okay. Wait, I'll go to my room first. I can't believe that that was there the whole time. So angry. Know a few characters of Bjorn the ball-handed from Warhammer in the latest Kratos game? I feel like I know it from something. But I don't know what.
Dick
No
thinks you
identified
should be proud
here.
of all the potions you've brewed.
Upgrade. Upgrade. It's quite popular. I can see it. Okay. Now we can go talk to Poppy. Guess we'll go here and then go to the magical beast one. I can't remember what I know that from though. That doesn't look safe. Jumps anyways. Ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Bum-ba-da-dum, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Something
Oh,
happened
good,
to
you're
her
safe.
gran.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Uh-oh.
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any
That's
direction.
what they used to use
In
as the
fact,
snitch.
The golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us. Who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius!
The
The
centaurs!
They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you
Fine.
know as soon as I have a plan.
Fine. I guess I'll go start helping dumb Sebastian again. Idiot. Idiot. That or I could try to go find that key in more demi-guys. I don't know. I don't know. Which one? Which one do I want to do? It says there's a demiguise statue in this area. in the astronomy wing.
Revelio.
What does she want?
Professor, what can you tell me about your work at the Ministry?
Your curiosity is understandable. Well, although I can't speak in any detail of my work, I can tell you certain interesting facts. Unspeakables work in the Ministry's Department of Mysteries. Dangerous work at times, as you've no doubt guessed.
Yes, Professor.
Now, you needn't concern yourself with my injury. I made peace long ago with the fact that a sprig of dittany, once plucked, will surely begin to wilt.
Have you made peace with the time you've lost?
Ah, but I don't truly know how much time I have lost. Without saying more, perhaps whatever time I've lost was in exchange for time gained. And to dwell on such matters is a waste of the days ahead. At this point, no magic permits us to travel back in time. Perhaps one day. Yes, I can tell you that my years at the Ministry were well spent. And I'm as happy to be at Hogwarts now as I was to be in the Department of Mysteries years ago.
If I may, Professor, I'm also happy that you're here at Hogwarts now.
Kind of you to say. Speaking of time, perhaps yours would be best spent honing your defensive wand work.
Yes, Professor.
I think I already went through here.
Revelio.
Level 3 lock. Ooh. Another level 3. Dang it. I was hoping to find the demi-guys. I need to just explore the castle more and find what I'm missing.
Revelio.
The Forbidden Forest? Are you trying to get yourself killed? Do you have any clue what kind of creatures live in it? You're lucky to be alive. I wish you weren't.
So Belle's going to go on an egg hunt for Easter? Yeah.
Bit of snot on your nose. Thought you'd want to know.
Be quiet.
Revelio.
No, it's not in there.
If Hogwarts survives the reign of this headmaster, I think we should have 142
Yeah,
staircases,
probably
and this
around
is
the
the
house or like outside. Depends on the weather, usually what we do. Sometimes it rains or is like chilly outside. Too cold to be letting them run around. So we just hide them in the house. You hide a lot of chocolate in your belly? I mean, same. Samesies. Look, there's that murderer. There he is, the murderer.
She's devastated. She just buried your uncle alone.
I did it for her.
Sebastian.
Reminds you of
Anne can't bear
RE4.
the thought of turning
Hope
you
the
in,
suits
but
of armor don't attack
What?
you.
Turn me in. She saw what happened.
I'll give you some time to think, Sebastian.
Turn me in.
Sebastian.
Did you hear that? You saw what happened. I never wanted to hurt my uncle.
I know.
I can't believe he's gone. How did things go so wrong? I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to... Oh, Anne, I was only trying to help. I can't leave now. Anne needs me more than ever. You understand. You can talk to Ominous. Make him understand. He listens to you.
No.
I need to be with Anne.
No.
I don't know what to do, Sebastian.
You don't know. You do know. Anne has no one. I regret everything I did. I know what I did was wrong. I only hope she can forgive me. That everyone can forgive me.
Mm-mm. You went
No
too
matter what
far.
happens from here. I'm glad we met.
I don't know about that.
Oh, Sebastian.
Poor Sebastian. If Anne goes into DVD fog, then she won't need him.
Ominous.
What a mess. I can't believe it. After I last saw you, I went straight to Hogwarts. Before I had time to talk to Black, I heard from Anne. I rushed to Feldcroft and found her with Solomon's body. She was beside herself with grief. Part of her wants Sebastian to face the consequences, another part can't bear the thought of it. I don't want to lose Sebastian, but I don't think we have a choice.
Nope. We need to turn him in.
We don't have a choice. You're right. You were right the entire time.
I wish I hadn't been. If we do this, we may never see Sebastian again.
I realize that, but it's the right thing to do. He killed his uncle. We've tried to justify his actions every step of the way, but this has gone too far. It has to stop.
Very well. Leave it to me. I'll tell the headmaster. Farewell for now. I shall be in touch. Whatever lies ahead, we must face it together. That I know.
I am wearing this outfit in protest of them taking footage out of the game. I heard yesterday that when I was looking up like the DLC stuff, that they took out, like there's rumors that they took out the DLC, or not the DLC, they took out Quidditch at like the last minute. So you just got here, you had to clean the Airbnb. It was gross. Uh-oh. Did someone have a crazy party? I need to get this all done too. Hopefully it's all squeaky clean now. Someone just decided it was cool to leave dirty dishes and trash out. Oh. They needed all the cleaning. Oh. I'm sorry. Sounds like you're a lodger. I don't know how you guys deal with that stuff. So, Alpha, with your tenants and stuff, do you like split the cleaning, or do you make them just clean up after themselves? Or like when it comes to like food and stuff, they have to just buy their own? I hate cleaning the Airbnb. I do such a deep cleaning down there. I don't like to clean upstairs. But when I go back up to our unit, I get pissed because it was so gross. Oh no, I'm sorry. I gotta go console Ominous. I just left here though. Clean up after yourselves. Ideally, vacuuming sitter should be everyone, but so far she never does it. Do you just have one?
Thank you for coming.
Ominous, I received your owl. What's happened with Sebastian?
He's been expelled, and will soon face trial at the Ministry. Although Anne wanted to turn him in, I think now she's torn. I confess I know how she feels. As much as we all wanted Sebastian to face the consequences of his actions, it will never be the same without him. Just standing here in the Undercroft without Sebastian feels wrong.
I never thought things would end this way. I hope we did the right thing.
I hope so too.
One at the moment, are you can have one more alpha? Do you have Flemish or do you run out?
Black let me talk to Sebastian before he left.
Out.
At first he wouldn't believe it. Then he realized it all made sense. Unfortunately, his anger only grew towards goblins and dark wizards. Anne was shocked too, but in some sense relieved to know the truth about who was responsible. I think it brought her some peace.
I'm glad to hear it. She deserves peace.
She does. Sebastian was my best friend. I can't imagine Hogwarts or anywhere without him. I know you two had grown close, that you were helping each other with more than just finding a cure for Anne. He never gave specifics, but I know it was important. He means a lot to us both. I hope we get the chance to tell him that one day. I know we had a bit of a rocky start, but you've proven yourself as a friend.
Oh,
I'm glad.
Be your new friend, Ominous. Don't you worry.
I think I know how and where to approach the Centaurs about protecting the Snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
I can't believe we found ourselves trapped in that scriptorium. Never again.
I never learned the killing curse. Was I supposed to learn that at some point? I don't know. Okay. Gonna go talk to some centaurs. Don't worry, don't worry. I'm a pro. Just kidding, I don't know what I'm doing. Interesting talking to centaurs. It's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited. Rent out a room at your condo when you're in college? Oh yeah. Yeah, usually here you're just roommates.
I can do
Yeah,
this.
if you
I
lived
can do this.
together,
They
it was
will want to help.
roommates.
Is this where we're meeting the Centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know
I need
we're
the money to
coming,
pay off
so
Sua, otherwise
it's
the
less of
gnomes
a
will attack
meeting
your
and
house.
more of a surprise.
True.
I suppose.
Once we tell them about the Snidgets, they'll understand why we came and they'll want to help.
I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
that's exactly the right word. I just... Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right.
She's hiding
We'll
something.
meet with them, tell them about
Go,
the
you're
secrets, and I'm sure
here.
it will be
Hello.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never. We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden
I...
Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
I trust him. Centaurs know things.
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran?
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned.
When in
I'll let you know what I
doubt.
find.
When in doubt, you go to the library. Thanks, Hannah. How are you? Hope you're amazing. Oh no. I'm pretty good. I feel bad. Your period isn't here. Send help. I don't know how to help. but I feel bad for you. I'm sorry. Hopefully it shows up and you start feeling better soon? Question mark? Here you go, stop being dumb. Ranger loves girl talk. I should find that video. Or let the rivers of blood fully talk about your period whenever I want. Sorry, Ranger. No, Ranger doesn't care. Hopefully that works. It'll work. Don't you worry. It was such a good clip. I probably have it saved somewhere. If we're being honest.
Indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Those flowers are very annoying. Let's see. Ranger. Did you get rid of all of your videos? Oh my gosh. You done messed up. You done messed up. I can't believe you, Ranger. What is that, honking? These? I don't know why, but I felt like your normal tendencies before I've been out of whack too. Even the clips? Because I didn't see any clips either.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
The clips should still be. I didn't see any when I went on there, but I know you made a command for it, but that's all I remember.
Are you familiar with the hamlet of Irondale? It's south
They
of the
changed to
castle.
all
I think
time?
the cave that Doran wanted us to find is near there.
I don't know. I think I might have it posted somewhere. I thought I saved it in clips, but maybe I didn't. You found it? Did you find it, Alpha? Are you watching it? It's not saved in my stuff. At least I don't see it in here. I thought I saved it. Just curious there. Oh, don't trust the bee in the apartment 23. Oh. Let's see. Ranger. Does your bot work even though you're not on? Does it pop anything up? Yes, it does. Oh my gosh. Change the subject? No, I don't want to change the subject. I found it. There you go, Hannah. It's for you.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Very well. I'll speak with them. See what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
These people are always having me do things. Gosh. Oh. Okay. Have I found any gnomes yet? No. They've talked about them a couple of times. You're all up in my space right now, ma'am. All up in my space. I can't fly. Am I too close to Hogsmeade? Or can I not fly because I'm doing this quest? That's rude. Oh, I did not mean to do that. That's why that's in that spot. That lasted like 2 seconds. What's the point of making those? Back to lurking, the friends seem distracted you? Good. No one's in here? Oh my gosh. Well, have a good lurk. Hope your work goes good.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
What are they doing? I was pretty good at making amazing clips for Ranger.
Oh, Isco, what have I done? Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated
no.
I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
No promises. My friends put me in danger all the time.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Should we check there? Sounds sus to me. Why couldn't I go down there? That was weird. Not now, cat. Oh my gosh. Oops.
What is it you might be interested in?
Talk to at least one more really quick. Where's this one at? You're running and that's sus.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been...
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I would like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it out for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Aww.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Thanks for giving me the love
Mr.
letter.
Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
Okay. This and here and here. Let's see. I don't know if there's anyone I want to raid. Barbie's on. She's playing Disney though. Once that ad is gone, I'll send you guys to her. There's that. Oh my goodness, I can't type. Okay. That's done. go here, start. Okay. So she's playing that. Thank you guys for hanging out today. I appreciate it. Thanks, Ranger, for the gifted sub. Again, big appreciate. No stream tonight. I have a hot date with Zombie. We're gonna watch our show. But, I'm always around Discord and stuff. If you guys ever want to come hang out, you're more than welcome to. But I'll see you guys later. Bye!